2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, A&B, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where did he come up with that?
FAE?
A&B, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast.
It's going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
A&B.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It's the home of the Pelicans. We are live from New Orleans. And, of course, Wilson Chandler. Team moving on here without him.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move.
And as we've got a few moments here before the tip, let's go to the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with Mike Malone. Dave, what'd you find out?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent. They come at you in multiple ways, depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. Pretty tall order. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, Brent, we're far enough into the season where certain rookies are starting to hit the wall. What can coaches do to stop that process or help them through that process of that rookie, that so-called rookie wall?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Kevin, there's not much a coach can do for a player. And I'll tell you, I've seen it where years a player after 41 games is gassed. And certainly over the course of the past few years, I've seen plenty of rookies not be phased at all. So it just depends on the makeup of the guy and what he's been asked to do. I don't know that there's too much a coach can really get into the head of a player on, other than trying to keep him confident.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Denver, Murray and Harris in the backcourt. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic, and it's Covington in at the small forward.
There's great confidence from Cousins there. Once he gets the ball, he's immediately looking to pull the trigger.
Millsap a screen. Murray dishes to Millsap. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, scratching my head a little bit about how the defense is trying to play this. No one there really contesting the shot.
Now here's Rondo. 8 points his last outing. Wide open look here for Murray. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Jokic always with the heads-up display there, looking attentive and a fantastic job of finding the open man.
Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Miller. Cousins, no one around him, and the 3 off target.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Davis against Millsap. Jokic kicks to Murray. Covington in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Millsap misses. On defense, Denver. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
Now here's Rondo following the miss by Paul Millsap. And here's Miller outside and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Millsap a screen on Rondo. Murray the pass to Millsap. Here's Jokic, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
So nice for a coach to look at his center as a capable shooter. Jokic is just that.
And they double up Davis. Covington with the steal. Millsap dishes to Harris. And it's off from three-point range. On the wing, Miller. Wide open look. Good as the jump shot falls. Now here's Murray. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Millsap sets the pick for Jokic. Right side Millsap. Just 4 to shoot. Millsap a screen. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's Murray, and the Pelicans picked up 3 with their last shot. Millsap a screen. Murray kicks to Millsap. It's stolen by Davis. Cousins against Jokic. Pass to Rondo. Davis dishes to Rondo. Miller outside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. 18 feet out. Three-pointer. Here's Cousins, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Johnson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Pondexter comes in for Miller. Morris checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Drew Holiday in for Rajon Rondo. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who is committed to him.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And Holiday kicks to Pondexter. They set the pick. Now the pass to Johnson. Screen by Cousins. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Here's Barton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the Pelicans' 2017 first-round pick went to the Kings as part of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Brent, how does this team find help along the perimeter?
A lot of this comes down to the Pelicans and scouting not only the NBA and the college ranks, but maybe the international ranks to try to find some guys to come in and be not only 3 and D players, but also good cohesive players to play alongside what DeMarcus Cousins can do and what Anthony Davis provides.
First one falls for him.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
Both good from the line that time. Well, one reason the Nuggets have the success they do on the offensive end is that this team is loaded with passers.
Yeah, and amazing that their best passer is their center in Jokic. That encourages so many guys, Kevin, to have energy to move without the basketball. Cut, get an opening, and all of a sudden the ball is in your hands. That unselfish play helped this Nugget team be one of the more devastating offensive rosters in the league.
Now, here is Nelson, looking for his first basket still in this one. Plumlee with a screen on Holiday. Nelson, the pass to Plumlee, the kick out to Barton. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Cousins inside, working on Plumlee. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Denver in the lead. Now Barton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. To the inside, Fareed, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Really good job from Barton there to swing the ball over for the easy shot. Good vision on that play.
And that does it for the first quarter. Denver on top, up 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
We've got Quincy Pondexter, Jordan Crawford out there with Holiday. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Johnson in at the power forward position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, there's a good feel that on the backside something was going to open up, and Cousins saw that.
Nelson against Holiday. Nelson dishes to Plumlee, and stolen by Cousins. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. A nice shot by Pondexter. Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared this story, and I'll share it with you again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So my biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
Wow.
So the best part about that, Kevin, I'll tell you this, is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick. We could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Darius Miller comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Holiday kicks to Davis. They get it again. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Here's Millsap. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for New Orleans.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
New Orleans making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. On defense, the Pelicans. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Harris kicks to Millsap. Six on the shot clock. Nails the 16-footer.
Well, once Millsap gets the ball in the mid-range area, it's usually a good thing.
Rondo kicks to Davis. Here's the screen. And here's Miller outside. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Davis sends it back. Here's Crawford. Foul on the play. Basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. And Mike Malone, who is known for his defense, dealing with a team, Brent, that really lacks a defensive bite at times. It's something that he's trying to change in terms of culture.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's a bit of a nibble right now in Denver. But you look at Mike Malone's past and all the other stops where his defensive teams have improved throughout the years. So it's a bumpy ride with Denver. A lot of young players who he has to make sure realize the importance of the defensive end of the floor.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray kicks to Millsap. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Jokic. But they'll get another chance. For 3, Covington. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And making plays for others, one of the many ways Millsap can beat you.
Davis sets a screen. Crawford, no one around him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Crawford's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Pelicans. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win.
The kind of unselfishness from Paul Millsap is why teammates really respect his play.
Rondo passes to Johnson. Here is Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the right side. Clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Beasley. Beasley with the steal. And here's Moutier. Moutier with a screen for Beasley. Millsap a screen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Greg, what would you say is the key for the Pelicans to get back in the playoff mix?
There's several. I think rebounding was a big problem. The trade for Cousins should help in that area, and every team needs more shooting. But I think in particular, this group does. And then first and foremost, look, you got to stay healthy. Hard to figure out what you have when you never get a chance to see it.
Greg, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
Clark for three. Millsap grabs the miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Randall. That shot off. Great D that time from Davis. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Clark. That three off the mark. Miller against Covington. Millsap a screen. Beasley dishes to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Moore kicks to Miller. Pass to Davis. Over Randall. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
When a physical specimen like Anthony Davis gets room near the basket, you have to get him the rock every single time. Great recognition there.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Nuggets lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jameer, what's your focus in the second half going to be?
Keeping the ball in our hands and making decisions that gives us good shots. I think when we do that, we shoot a high percentage, as you can see. The games that in the half that we are bad is when we turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah, ball security, very important as always. Thanks, Jameer. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they faced a team that got hot. You can even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. The Pelicans trail. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris in the backcourt. And it's Covington in at the small forward position.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Count that bucket. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Rondo dishes to Davis. Back to Rondo. Feeds it to Davis. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
AD already in his young career averaging over 22 points a game, and he can score in isolation, but where he's very elite is finishing off the assist, and also as a guy who runs the floor at his size extremely well.
Millsap and Denver again with the bucket.
That kind of shot is what Millsap is making his career of.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Rondo kicks to Miller. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. 2 points, that one goes. And that's now 7 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
And with Davis's length, awfully tough, Brent, to block his shot around the basket.
I think that gives him confidence that he can get around any defender. And Kevin, I would tell you, if Anthony Davis is a good defender himself, he can pick up some of the visual clues against the guys who are trying to defend him, where he can become a more offensive player.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Nuggets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Covington. The pick and roll takes great timing for both players and a feel for the game and what the defense is going to show. Brent, in your opinion, which tandems are the best at running it?
Well, I think Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams have really done a great job of establishing a great chemistry in the pick and roll. And it's interesting, Kevin, because as centers and point guards play together, the more games that they have, the more used to one another they are in terms of sometimes setting good hard screens and sometimes not really setting a screen at all, setting up the slip and creating opportunities that way. Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Chris Paul, insert player here. Pretty good combinations.
Yeah, I like that. Now here's Murray, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Now here's Murray. D right on him. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Here's Murray, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Covington passes to Jokic. Over Cousins. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Nikola Jokic.
Well, Jokic, you can rely on him to get you some points in that range.
Over in the corner, Cousins. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And 12 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded by Davis. Here is kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Cousins. Jokic, no good. New Orleans leading by 4. The dish to Cousins. And Davis now top of the key. On Dexter from outside. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And stolen by Cousins. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. Fourth, the Nuggets.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Moore is checked in for Pondexter, and Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Both free throws good from Holiday. Andrew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
Now, here is Nelson. Just 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Plumlee. The 3 from Cephalosha with the tip. And Davis pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 6. Crawford kicks to Moore. From down in the low post, it goes. Moore's got his first 2 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Nelson with it. Cephalosha kicks to Fareed. Plumlee sets the pick for Fareed, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Well, not only unreal hair, but unreal strength by Fareed to bully that one up.
And a story of 2 halves last season for the Pelicans. An 0-8 start, but encouraging signs, Brent, down the stretch.
Yeah, they ended up with the 11th best net rating in the NBA after they made the trade during the All-Star weekend for DeMarcus Cousins. So if this team can gel, and if they can get these pieces to work together, they do have the chance not only to excel, but to be very special with the unique talents of their bigs.
Fareed, no good on the free throw. New Orleans gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Moore dishes to Cousins. Outside Holiday. Back to Cousins. Over Plumlee. That's short off the rim. The Nuggets trail by 6. Nelson with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Now here's Barton. To the middle with his first shot attempt. The shot's good from Plumlee.
For his career, more than 3/4 of Plumlee's basket have come within 3 feet of the rim, so you know he's going to take it inside.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now Holiday, he has 7. The 3 sinks the triple. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And here's Barton. Plumlee with a screen on Crawford. Barton passes to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. New Orleans on top, up by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey, play our basketball. We've been doing a great job. Let's keep it up, okay? Let's go now.
Alvin Gentry has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Holiday out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Darius Miller. Then it's Johnson. And it's Cousins in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Johnson the screen. And Holiday kicks to Johnson. To the wing right side. Clark for three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Here's Millsap.
You saw that. Once Millsap sees he has an opening, he lays the hammer down on that drive.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Screen by Cousins. Dishes to Clark. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
For the Nuggets, Robert Covington's checked in for Plumlee. Harris comes in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Jameer Nelson. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, guys, we look like we're running in mud. Let's get out and see the early offense. And if it's not there, let's run the half-court offense. Pretty good advice, Kevin.
Johnson against Millsap. Here's Cousins. And no good, trying to use the glass.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Takes it from 10. No good that time. Some solid defense from Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's an 8-point Pelican lead.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Cousins dishes to Holiday. Screen by Cousins. Outside Holiday. Back to Cousins. Outside Holiday. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray, easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Murray.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis comes in for Johnson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And so Murray nails both of them.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
New Orleans leading by 6. Over in the corner, Cousins. Offensive rebound.
That play was all about AD and his hustle. Just a great job snagging that board and dropping it in.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Murray. Inside, Millsap kicks to Jokic. And stolen by Cousins. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Look, if there's no contact on Cousins, his percentage chances of grabbing that rebound go way up.
The feed to Covington. Pass to Jokic. Pulls up on the wing. That's tipped. Second shot opportunity, and Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. Make a heck of a volleyball player.
Kicks it to Clark. Back to Miller. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Cousins. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is why he's one of the top scorers in the game. He can just get it rolling at the drop of a hat.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 12. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Back to Millsap. Over Davis. Off the left rim and out.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Rondo passes to Davis. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for New Orleans.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DeMarcus Cousins.
So many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Here's Murray. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Johnson kicks to Crawford. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Giroux, congrats on the win. Everything seemed to start working in the second half. What changed for you?
I think we just picked it up in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were kind of there the whole time, but in the fourth quarter we really, rev it up.
Great to see you back on the court, Giroux. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
learn my strengths and these sentences are endless, so what if they leave me friendless?
You got no chill.
You're right, I'm relentless. I know Abuela's never really gonna win the lottery, so it's up to me to draw with this pen and artery, this Puerto Rican.